Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I just want to talk about some weird work stories that have happened just like this past week, alright? It's been crazy. First, let's start with the weirdest one, I would say. And then we'll go to the sad one, and then we'll go to the great one, alright? So, I was taking the orders. I work at a fast food restaurant, and so I'm on headset, right? And I'm like, hey, welcome to Arby's. Go ahead and order whenever you're ready. All right, that's my catchphrase, you could say. Now, they're like, okay, give me 1 second. Then they call someone, and they're just on the phone, and you can hear both sides of the conversation. So they have them on speaker, right? And it just seemed like a normal conversation at first. Like they were asking what they wanted to order, all that stuff. And then they started talking about how they're glad that this guy is willing to remarry his ex-wife. All right, and I was like, well, okay. I mean, I'm just sitting there. Just so you know, we can hear every single word that you say at a drive-thru unless you have your windows up. All right, so don't just spill your life story on a call while you're in a drive-thru. Okay, guys, calm down. Like, come on. All right. So they were just talking about how they made mistakes in the past, blah blah blah. So now that they're getting together, it's really nice. It's a really touching story. But then, ooh, this is where the juicy part comes in. They just start talking about how they're really happy that this lady is gonna move out of their house. Like they're just not wanting it. They just don't want to have this lady there. All right. And they were saying the ex-wife should dress up for the occasion of meeting him again, and which is all normal. And then one of them says, "Yeah, but who knows if she'll be wearing any clothes." Now, to be fair, that line is just like, what? why would you say that about one of your friends? All right. But okay, that fair if you want to make like a joke about that, which yeah. Then the other said, honestly, I don't want to see her anymore if she's not wearing anything. So I'm like, what in the world are they talking about? They started talking about how this lady just walks around their house because she's homeless at the moment and living in their friend's house. She just walks around no clothes on, which is like insane to me. Who in their right mind would do that? Honestly, no. Okay. Wow. All right. I just realized that you guys couldn't hear a single thing. You guys couldn't hear a single. Okay. Anyways, I fixed that. Okay. So, that's what happened, and it might have just been bad wording. Okay. But I highly doubt that it was bad wording. I don't remember the specifics of what they've said, but I do know that it was all just outlandish. All right, it was just a lot. Okay, but turns out the wife, also the ex-wife, is only marrying him for his money and better child support and a house because she's homeless. And the dude is the poor guy is remarrying for love. So you know that he's got that going for him. Now the other thing, a sad story. All right, this one's a little shorter. Basically, I was handing out this food to this guy. I was like, "Hey, do you want any sausage?" He was like, "Yeah." He ordered a slider, it's a little sandwich, right? And he ordered a slider and he wanted some sausage with it. Alright, I give him the sausage and he's like, he looks at me, he laughs a little, like a little soft chuckle, and he's like, "You don't eat much when you have cancer. That's the best thing about it." And then he drove off, and I was like, oh, bro, like that was that was just a lot. You can't just say that to someone. Like, I was just sitting there. I was shocked. I'm still shocked that that guy just said that. Like, and then one of my coworkers overheard, and they were like, "Oh, wow." And honestly though, like, bro, I don't know. I didn't know how to react to that. I just felt really bad for the guy because, like, you know, my sister had cancer when she was younger, so I know how, like, well, I know what families would go through and stuff like that because I was part of that. But to be fair, I was also only like 4 and 5 at the time, and so I didn't really understand most of it. But I do know how. I do know for a fact how my family felt like the whole time because they still like go in tears when they talk about the whole thing because it was really just a miracle, her staying alive. I'm so glad my teammate helps. All right, anyways, so that was just an insane response. Like, to, do you want any sauces? And me giving him his food. And then, yeah, it was just a lot. And then, the good thing today, someone gave me 20 bucks, all right, because they were handing me their money and they just let go because for some reason old people don't have good hand-eye coordination, and they just kind of let go of their money and it flew off under their tire, and they couldn't get it because they couldn't get out of the door because they were parked too close and someone was behind them and they were gonna pull off. I was like, no, I got it. There's this small window that we hand our food out of, and I stick both my feet out at like about the same time. I just lift myself off the counter and go through and then grab the money, and I come back through, and they're like, how did you do that with such ease, right? I took gymnastics for like 5 years. Well, we called it tumbling, but I took it for, I think it was 5 years, maybe it was 3, I don't know, but I took it for a long time, right? And so I was just kind of like not even thinking about it. I just did it and grabbed this money and I was like chill with it, right? And then the lady was like, how'd you do that? I was like, oh, I just took gymnastics. And she was like, oh my gosh. And then I go over, I give her all her change back and all that stuff, and she's like, here, you keep this. Gives me a $20 bill. And I'm like, bro, you don't even understand how happy getting money, like even a dollar, like it's just awesome. It's just an amazing feeling, right? And so like I was just like, oh my goodness, thank you, I really appreciate it. And it was just pretty cool. And then the last thing, so this lady that trained me, that when I first got to my position, she had this husband that came in each time to pick her up, and he's the sweetest old man that you will ever meet in your entire life. Like he's just an amazing person, right? And every time he goes to pick her up, I always come out and talk to him and all this stuff because I'm in a completely different position now, so I'm not working lobby anymore. So I work headset through drive-through and all that stuff. So but I go over, talk to him, and today I was like, oh yeah, yesterday I turned 17, and he was like, oh my goodness, that's so great for you. I was like, thanks, man. And then I was like, and then I start college in like a week, and he was like, no way, no way. And he said he'll keep me in his prayers and all that stuff. They're sweet Christian like old people. They're so nice. I really love them. Like just for no reason, they're so nice, man. And like people should be more like them. Like honestly, they're just so outgoing and really nice people. I think I think people should very much be more like them. Aw, dang. Anyways, yeah, so that's just kind of some work stories I've had from this week. Honestly, I can't wait to leave this job, even though like all the people there are amazing. And I really like everyone there. I just can't work there anymore. So, um, yeah. I'm probably gonna become a lifeguard soon, which will be quite insane. I'm sure I'll have some more stories for that one, but until then, I'll see you guys. If you guys like this, subscribe or something. I don't know. But I'll see you guys. Peace.